Hey everybody, it's Lo and welcome back to my channel, Lo Without Limits. This video is going to be a test of using food from your kitchen to clean the rest of your home. So if you want to see that, then just keep watching. A couple weeks ago, my dad sent me a link to this article that was 5 foods that you can use to clean your home. And he said, maybe you'll be interested in this, maybe you can do a video on it since you like sustainability, using natural products, trying to stay away from chemicals when cleaning things around your apartment. So I was like, that's true. But as I clicked on the link and the page was loading, I was like, it's probably gonna be white vinegar, lemon, baking soda, which yes, those were 3 of the 5 things. But 2 of them actually kind of surprised me. And this also made me go into a deeper hole of what else can I use in my kitchen to just clean things up around my apartment. So I made a little list and I have yet to try these things. I figured I'm going to try them on camera to see if they actually work. So I'm gonna bring you around with me. I'm going to make a little bit of a mess around my apartment and we'll see how these foods work to see if you can use things in your kitchen to clean things around your apartment, like walnuts and a cucumber. Will it work? Let us find out. From that initial email of list of things that surprised me was that walnuts, out of the shell of course, can buff wood. So as you can see, this wood table does have a few little buff marks on the top. So I'm going to use a walnut to see if I can get those out. So I'm just gonna do 1. It just says to rub it a bit. Interesting. It is a bit waxy, and when you go around the edges of the walnuts, definitely leave a line so it doesn't look like it's doing anything. When you kind of rub it out, it actually looks really good. So walnuts buffing wood works. Something else that surprised me was that cucumber can clean scrapes and scuffs off of walls. It said that if your kid gets some crayon on the walls, you can use a cucumber to clean it up. Usually when I have a scuff or like a mark on the wall, I use a Mr. Clean pad, but let's see if a cucumber will be just as good as Mr. Clean. I'm going to take my dirty sandal and put a buff on the wall. Now let's see if this cucumber gets it off. So using a cucumber to get buffs and scuffs off the wall works. And now my apartment smells so fresh from it. Another one that I found interesting was using a banana peel to clean leather. So I have my leather wallet. It's a bit, scuffed up in the front. Lots of use. It's my main wallet. And I have a banana peel. So let's see if that can get off like these spots down here on the bottom. All right, so here is my wallet. It did not get off those little spots, but it did make it shinier. So I would say, yes, banana peel can shine up some leather if that's what you need to do instead of getting a shoe shiner or a different polisher, and you just want to use a nice natural banana peel. That does work. As a leather cleaner at all to like get any scuff off, no. Okay, so the next one that I'm going to try out is a lemon. And I know I said that that's a pretty common one when you think of natural household cleaners. But one thing that I didn't know that you could use it for is to clean off grease and just like oil spills and stuff from a stovetop. So my stovetop does get dirty quite often, especially because it is an electric one. So I feel like a lot of the times from the bottom of the pan, it will get a little grimy after a week, which is why I clean it all the time. And what I usually use is this Earth Bright that my mother purchased for me. I'll get the little scrub that came with it, scrub that around, leave it on for a while, and then wipe it off. But I've never used just a lemon. I have also used baking soda to clean it before, but never just a lemon. So I'm going to give that a go. So I gave that a pretty tough scrub on the parts that are super grimy and always have like a little part that I can never fully clean off of my stovetop. So I'm going to let that sit for a few minutes, because when cleaning, you shouldn't just spray and wipe away. You definitely want to spray, let it do its work, and then clean after a few minutes. So I'm gonna leave that for a few minutes and then come back to it to see if just using lemon worked. And once you're all done with the lemon that you just used to clean stuff, you can either juice it to add to some vinegar, baking soda mix, or whatever to just clean elsewhere. You can add it just to water to spritz around, or you can dump it down your garbage disposal, like cut it in half, dump it down. That way it can really freshen up your garbage disposal if it starts smelling a little bit stanky. All right, it's been a few minutes. I'm going to wipe away the lemon with this microfiber cloth. Now that it's all wiped down, those little spots of like the really hard, I think it's just basically baked on grease, are still there, so it didn't do a good job of breaking that down for it to come off. But the back of my microfiber cloth is dirtier than it ever is. So it definitely cleaned something and got a little bit of the grease off. So maybe if I just keep it up, do it a little bit more often, or do it directly after there is a bit of an oil mess on my stovetop, then I definitely see it working. So I'm not gonna say it didn't work, but it didn't work to my super high expectations of it. So half and half on that one. Another one that I'm going to try in my kitchen is using olive oil as a stainless steel cleaner. I also read that olive oil or butter helps remove sap, so you get sap in your hair or on your car or somewhere, to rub a little bit of olive oil and butter on it and then let that break it down, and then to wipe it away with some soapy water. But it also says that olive oil can clean stainless steel. So as you see on my refrigerator, there's a little mark here on the stainless steel door, so I'm going to see if using olive oil will help get that off. I'm just going to put a little bit on my finger since I don't need a ton. And again, I will just let this sit here for a few minutes, and then I will wipe it off with some soapy water afterwards. Okay, it's been a few minutes. I put some soapy water on the edge of my microfiber cloth here, and I'm going to see if the olive oil takes off those little marks. Consensus on the olive oil cleaning stainless steel? No. That little smudge is still there, and now my refrigerator's a bit oily. This next one is using some vodka to clean up some old and dingy looking jewelry. So I'm going to stick it in this little container here, just a wee bit. And these middle earrings here, I've actually been meaning to clean for a while. Usually what I do is take a little dish like that, put in some water and a little squirt of my Dawn dish soap, microwave it for a little bit so it's a little bit warm, and then stick all my jewelry in there, leave it there for about 15 minutes, and then rinse it out afterwards. So I'm going to see how the vodka works with these. I believe they are sterling silver and then little brill studs. So hopefully it doesn't mess up the diamond. And they're screw-in, so they take forever. Okay. Going to leave those in there for about 5 minutes, it says, and then rinse them off, and I'll see if they are clean and shiny again. I feel like they get dingy because I just always leave them in, and when I put on makeup, sometimes the powder just kind of starts sitting on it, and then it's like the shine is just completely gone. So we'll see if this works. All right, my earrings have been sitting in this little dish of vodka for about 5 minutes, and I'm going to transfer them over to this little dish of water. It said to just rinse them out in water, and I'm gonna use this dish because I don't trust myself with little earrings and drains. I'm gonna use a Q-tip really quickly just to make sure they're all nice and clean. There's no guck on them. And let's see how they look. They were pretty gross before. I know I didn't show you up close, and it's because they were gross. Look at that. Shinier than it was 15 minutes ago when it was on my earlobe. and there's no like gunk and just like build up from like makeup and everything, which is gross to say, but like, let's be honest, it happens, especially when you never take them off. And these are also pretty clean, the little backs to them. There's still a little bit of stuff right in the middle there. No, it's nice and clean, nice and shiny. This one could use an extra little scrub. This one is probably on my left ear, which for some reason, that piercing on my left ear always gets kind of gross. But there we are. So vodka to clean jewelry and give it some new shine works. Now there's just one more I want to show you guys, but I'm gonna have to take you outside to my car. So let's go. All right, so for this last one is that club soda can clean off dirty windshield. So here is my dirty windshield. And now I'm going to spray some, just put some club soda on there. And again, I'm going to use a microfiber cloth just to wipe it clean. And let's see how that works. That looks pretty good to me. Of course, I could have rinsed off my windshield first and then cleaned off all the poop, but that looks good there. Well, there you have some different ways that you can use food and things in your kitchen to clean things around your apartment or house. And that was actually pretty fun and a really cool way to use things that you have and to use really natural products because it's just food. Some other ones that I didn't try out is onions. If you have a dirty grill with like a lot of just like built up grime on them, you can heat up your grill and then use onions to scrub off all the dirty grime on your grill. I don't have a grill, but that's something super interesting to know. You can also use mayo to clean wood if you have dirty wood. And of course, vinegar is like an all-purpose cleaner, especially if you mix it with some lemon, spritz it on everything, and there you have a perfect all-purpose cleaner. Salt is also really good for getting out stains. I once was holding a glass of red wine and a little bit of it splashed onto this nice camel coat that I have. So what I did instantly was put some table salt on it and it instantly soaked up a lot of the red wine, and after 15 minutes just kind of like wiped it off, like a dry paper towel, and then just kind of blotted it, and the red wine is like it was never on there. So that works if you get red wine on something that you can't really wash easily, like a couch or anything. You can just put the salt on there and then vacuum up all the salt with the red wine. You can also use ketchup to polish copper pots and pans. You put ketchup with a sprinkle of salt and then just kind of like let it sit there and then scrub it around, and apparently polishes copper pans, which I don't have, so I wasn't able to try. If you have broken glass, to use bread because it's so spongy to basically pick up any little bits of broken glass that you may have missed, and then obviously toss the bread afterwards. And to clean rust, you can take half of a potato, scrub off any rust. I don't have a potato or much rust around here to try that one out. And then lastly, of course, is baking soda. Baking soda is another really good cleaner. It can clean your oven. It can clean a lot of different like mildew and especially stuff in the sink. And I like also using baking soda to clean off other stains as well as wine, anything like that. And if it's your time of the month and you weren't prepared, and you get a little spot in your underwear, I instantly take that underwear, put it on a paper towel because it will kind of get moist and wet. And then I take some baking soda and I mix it with water so it's like a paste, almost like a thick toothpaste, and I rub it over the stain and then just let it sit there. If that happens in the morning, I'll go to work, do my thing, and then come back and rinse it off, and the stain is pretty much gone. And then I just throw it in my laundry basket and clean it like regular when I do my laundry. So those things like the salt and the baking soda are really good for me because I don't have my own washer and dryer, and it's like $1.50 every time I need to do a load of washing and $1.75 to dry. So I figured it's always easier if I can clean up the stain, get rid of it, and then just do my one load of laundry a week versus continuously having to pay to clean something that may have gotten a stain. So that is super important and super good if you're trying to save money and just also save water. If you do have your own washer and dryer, it's still really good just so you're not doing 100 loads of laundry every time you get a stain on something. So that is the video. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Comment down below what you use from your kitchen to clean other things around the house and what you want to see more of on my channel. And while you're down there, be sure to subscribe. I upload a new video every Wednesday. So until the next one, thanks for watching.